Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to each and every one of you. Holy moly, what an exciting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. Listen, my friends, you and I, we're playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. And we are winning. I know it doesn't seem like it. You look at the market, you see Bitcoin, and you think, all season hasn't happened yet. I promise you, we are winning. Big money is coming to the space in a big time way. TVL, which is going to bring attention, which is what we want. We want attention. We want new liquidity coming into the market. So I give Ripple credit for tokenization because it will bring more players to the digital asset space, which will bring more liquidity. It'll bring on more liquidity, new players in the space. And this, we need that for all kinds of different reasons. All kinds of different reasons. So shout out for Ripple for looking to expand the size of the pie. But I'm not excited about, Open Eden's initial attestation, initial iteration for accredited investors and institutions. Not excited about that. But we'll take the TVL attention, and hopefully, whether what one or two or three institutions, hopefully they'll bring more new users of the XRPL. That's what we're looking for. So, and I know that's David's plan. So hopefully we'll get that. But I'm not excited about anything that's accredited investor nonsense only. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, this whole accredited investor thing. I get it. These people got to play by the rules. What I'm saying is the rules blows. The rules blow. So we get into it. Look, it's going to be a little Saturday vibes. We'll just hang out and talk some stuff going on Crypto X. I mean, gold, all new time highs. Grant Cardone saying, I told you so. Grant Cardone, not his twin brother, Gary, but Grant Cardone is saying, I told you so about this market. So we'll get into that. I'm going to share a couple of my guys with you. I said I was going to do it. Remind me, Alina, to share my guys with you. I'm going to share two. Benjamin Cohen, and I think I'm going to do Gary Cardone. I think I'll do Gary Cardone. So remind me to share that. But it's exciting to see ZK Snarks technology coming to zero knowledge proof coming to the XRPL. That is some good freaking stuff. You guys, I hope you guys saw my video yesterday, live stream yesterday, where I shared how to provide liquidity by way of on Flare Networks, by way of Scepter liquid staking protocol, and on the Spark Dex entering into liquidity pools. You want to check that latest video out? It's in the thumbnail, providing liquidity on Flare Networks. Step by step. You definitely want to check that for sure. What an interesting time to be an early adopter in this space. I got to tell you, it's cray in the streets. It is cray in freaking streets. We'll go over the numbers. We'll go over the market numbers because, it's just doing what it does. Alina, it's just doing what it does. It's just doing what it does. Let's go over to CoinGecko, make sure we refresh that, get that up to date. God darn it, it's below 61,000 now. Bitcoin's below 61. God, I got any dirty, nasty fiat laying around anywhere. Golly. Man, but it's below 60. I'm gonna get some dirty, nasty fiat today. I'm just gonna find someone. Find some. Below 61? What the world? That's good stuff. All right. Let me get back to this chat. I will remind you to share. Thank you, Alina. I appreciate that. Saturday vibes for sure. We're gonna hang out a little bit, go over a lot of stuff on Crypto X. I mean, it's just all kind of stuff on Crypto X. John Deaton had a very, very nice post. He's winning the game. He's killing the game. I believe he's killing the game. And I believe he's gonna take out Senator Elizabeth Warren if we can get over this madness that's going on in this country. I mean, it's Saturday vibes, so we'll talk about some of the madness going on in this country with this illegal alien citizens, whatever. Not a great look at all what's going on in this country. Tokenizer had an interesting post. We'll cover that as well. I I know it comes across like I'm being hard on Ripple. What I'm saying though, it's time, it's past due. So he had an interesting post. We'll cover that as well. Boy, it is an interesting time. I can't say that enough to be early in this freaking space. I can't express that enough. Can't express that enough. All right. What do we got on here? Wow, from 8 Mile, 8 Mile to a mill. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's get into it always, cuzzo. That's cool. All right. So there it is. Oh, by the way, my $1,000 play. Remember, I did that video, Lena. I did a video. The thumbnail was my $1,000 play. I think the title of the video was how to use the XRPL AMM. My $1,000 play, Jasmine coins, doing some stuff. Not financial advice. Don't go buy that coin because I bought the coin. I'm just saying I took $1,000 play 3 4 months ago. They getting recognized in the news, man, for some stuff. So that's cool. I'm going to let a couple more people jump in. Crypto Eddie is in the building. How are you, miss? Appreciate you checking in. Miss Crypto C says, hi, Eddie. How are you? Appreciate you guys checking in for sure. Look, the ZK Snarks things is interesting coming to the XRPL. It's interesting for sure. I think having that kind of technology on the XRPL is going to be massive. I really, really do. I think it's going to be massive. The tokenization with Open Eden is going to lead to some stuff. I want to see how it's going to affect the XRP holder. What does RippleX have planned for the XRP holder in terms of this tokenization on the ledger? For the holder, I'm not excited about accredited investors and institution stuff. Right now, I get it. Tokenization brings attention. This market is based on attention. You got to grab the attention of people. Retail, devs, to me, that's all people. Grab attention with game-changing technology on an outstanding layer one. That will create network adoption, and we can, revamp these not great numbers of daily active users. We got to change that. So what is RippleX plan for that? That's what I want to know. What's that plan? I know you got a plan for accredited investors. What's the plan to create network adoption of retail daily active users? That's what I want to know. Jungle Link's in the building. What's going on, my guy? How are you, brother? Appreciate you checking in. So we're going to cover that. A lot of stuff on CryptoX I want to go over for sure. I don't know. This is an interesting post from Tokenizer. Talking about Ripple employees. I'm like, I don't know. It's just two camps. And I forget who posted this, Eddie. Someone from the XRP community posted that there were two camps within the XRPL Ripple ecosystem. There were people who were relying on Ripple, and then there were people who were like, can we have some stuff on the XRPL? It's like two camps. Two camps. Look, I'm hard on Ripple. I get it. They are taking those off-chain products and bringing them on-chain. I've mentioned that several times. I've given them the props for that. Liquidity Hub, freaking ODL, that some other product that they had. They're bringing that on the ledger. That's cool. I know the hopes is that those companies and institutions will bring their customers on. I want to know what the plan is. Because for me, I'm holding RippleX feet to the fire. That's what I'm doing. I'm holding RippleX. Is it RippleX's feet to the fire? What you got? I know you got to wait for this suit. Get this suit in the non-appealable phase. I know. But when we get there, I want to know what you got, RippleX. I want to know what you got. All right, so let's go over the market. Then we're going to go over this post from Tokenize about the Ripple employees. It's Saturday vibe, so we got to cover it. Yeah. Ah, Ripple which employees? The Ripple X team? You talk about them? Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go over these numbers. According to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is down 4% and it's currently at 2.26 trillion. Man, I made my BT. I had the last little bit of 30 nasty fiat. I think I got a 63. Man, it's under 61 now. Anyway, total cryptocurrency market cap is 2.26 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is 53 or 54%, depending upon who you ask. Bitcoin is trading at $60,811 again. I might just go out and wash some cars and do some lawn work just to get some dirty, nasty fiat. 60,000? The world. All right. So what do we got? 60,811 again. On the 30-day, Bitcoin is up 5%. Ethereum is at $2,927 again. And is down 6% on the 30-day. BNB, $529 is up 1.8% on the 30-day. Solana. Oh man, I was hoping for 150. We're at 145 now. Now I did make my goal for some Solana under 160. So I was happy about that. All right, $145 for Solana again. And it's up 8% on the 30-day. Look, XRP is up 27% on the 30-day and is currently trading at 55 cents. So there it is, fam. I won't go into the Solana ecosystem tokens. You know, Jupiter Exchange, Bonk with, what's the other one that's doing well? Devour Go with DPay, Hive Mapper with the Honey token, and Helium Mobile with the HNT token. I believe out of all of those I mentioned, 5 of them on the 30-day are killing the game. 5 of those, or all of them except one. I don't know how many I'm just mentioned are killing the game. All right, so let's go over this tokenizer thing before we get into some other stuff. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, let's go over it. It says the team behind Ripple, XRP, is just different. It's nothing like what you see in crypto, but rather out of the F500, FinTech 500 firm. From private sector F500s, top financial institutions to government bodies and more, there's a reason Ripple is one of the few in crypto that central banks and governments are taking seriously. I don't know. Central banks and governments, not excited. If you know the history of the central banks and governments, if you're familiar with the great taking, when you see this, you're not excited. Central banks and governments and Ripple. If you know the laws, the law, and the scheme which they utilize to make it law, you wouldn't be excited about central banks and governments and Ripple being together. Like, you just wouldn't. Just off their solutions alone, you can tell that what Ripple is doing doesn't target the crypto sector directly. I mean, think about what he just said there. I mean, he's saying directly doesn't target the crypto sector. While the XRP ledger is open to all, just like any permissionless public layer 1, what Ripple offers on a B2B scale is where the money's at. For who? The money for who? Ripple shareholders? Sure. Perhaps if there was a fintech company stock to own, it would be Ripple and Coinbase. If you're into that, I got some coin junk. I have some of that. We see the VP of central banks and CBDCs of Ripple have quite an appropriate background for this role. 17 years at IBM, the various roles James took on, perfect. VP of blockchain, VP of global payments, VP of enterprise software. All right. IBM, cool. In fact, 19 out of the top 20 Fortune 500 banks and financial institutions use IBM Cloud. Again, what is this doing for the digital asset holder? I guess tokenizer maybe he owns shares. Maybe he's, doing some stuff, but I don't know. All of these are essential towards connecting and establishing trust with central banks. For Ripple's CBDC platform to be their infrastructure. Again, my one X mark, my one F for Ripple is the CBDC thing for me in the crypto season home. Not happy about it. Sandy O'Connor serves on the board of directors for Ripple. And as we can see, brings key experiences from the banking sector, 30 years at JP Morgan. Awesome. All of these different things, again, speaking to, the promise of Ripple's employees and or board members. Awesome. Again, I ask you, what does this do for the XRP holders? And I said here, awesome for Ripple shareholders, not so much for XRP holders. Got to be careful, in my opinion. You got to be careful. You got to understand companies speak. You got to understand CEOs speak. And you got to be able to make your own decisions about where you are as a digital asset holder. Because it's different than being a shareholder. I really do. I believe it to be quite different. Yes, Crypto Eddie says, do you know that they edited that last podcast with Monica and David? Yep, I saw that. They edited it and put it back out. What was the reason for that? I saw that they edited. I'm like, what did they take out? I'm wondering. What did they take out, Eddie? Like, why did they edit that? I did notice that. Now I noticed it because you mentioned it, and then I'm going through my feed. I saw the revamped. I'm like, well, please share if you can, Eddie. Eddie says, I know. Like, it's interesting to me. For me, you got to give Monica grace. Like, Monica is new to the corporate, what is it called? Playing the corporate role. She's not as seasoned as Brad Garlinghouse. Oh, the amount of developers. Jungle says, I have the full transcript because I ran it through AI to make an article. Oh, nice. You were killing the game with this, with your work with AI and freaking I don't know, what's the one that does all the artwork and stuff for you? I mean, killing the game there. I mean, I use ChatGPT, but that's about it. Now, earlier, 2 or 3 years earlier, when I had the VA, boy, I was all over AI, but that's not so much. Oh, the amount of developers they took out. She said thousands. Yeah, I think she did, because was she counting the Easy A thing? I remember when she did say thousands of developers. Was she counting the Easy A stuff? I don't know. And why they need to take it out? Is that because the number is not correct? Or is it because they didn't, sometimes when you're a company, just the stuff you share, and she either didn't know or was trying to inflate. Yeah. That seems more likely. Jungle says, I have a full transcript because I ran it through AI to make an article. I read your article about that too, bro. Jungle says the CBDCs are a digital prison slant hell. This is just what I'm saying. I mean, if for me, if there's one, I mark, if there's one X in all the boxes, that it's that CBDCs for me. I'm not excited about it. Not excited about it. I know Ripple's just, Ripple's got, they're beholden to the shareholders. So I get it. They're trying to get their toes dipped in anything they possibly can. I get it. But for me, not excited about it. Yeah, why did David let that be published? It's interesting. I know. Yeah, it's not correct. Yeah. I mean, the Ripple report, I mean, you got to look at those numbers, recent Q2 report for the XRP markets. You got to look at that, right? I mean, not exciting numbers. In the end, nothing's going to change. In the end, Since the digital asset space, we got the numbers, we got the metrics. There is no guessing anymore. The metrics are in for network adoption. The metrics are in for number go up and number go up and year over year return on the asset that you hold. The metrics are in, that the formula is set. You just got to ask yourself, how does your asset stand up against the numbers and the metrics? It's there. He let that go out. Yeah. So, yeah. Why did David let that be published? Yeah, it's interesting. But here's what I do know. The daily active user count, that's not a great number. That's not a great number. That daily active user count is not great. So it's going to be interesting to see going forward. I really, really do. But I find it a little fascinating. We keep hearing a little bit more about another project doing something on the XRPL and another project doing something on the XRPL. This is great. This is great. But the formula is really, really simple. First, you got to grab attention. You can't disregard the meme coin narrative and think it's just a thing. It's attention. First, you got to grab some attention. Right? You got to go up and to the right on the adoption curve, the network adoption curve. That's the key. You got to go up and to the right on that. You got to create network adoption. This is why I'm saying that Ripple X liquidity incentive event is going to be massive. Well, should be massive. Are they going to get it right, Eddie? Are they going to get it right? Are they going to let Arbitrum outdo them in liquidity incentive events? Are they going to let ZK Sync and Mantle or Manta Pacific outdo them? What about Wormhole? They're going to let Wormhole outdo them? They have got to get this liquidity incentive event correct, in my opinion. If they blow that, I don't know. Jungle, I saw you a little back and forth with that on the stablecoin deal. I don't know. I was pretty much convinced that Ripple was going to, with this stablecoin, was going to pull a page out of MakerDAO's playbook. I was convinced of that. Now I'm starting to wonder a little bit. That's like, I don't think they're going to be divvying up any of the with the retail. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You would look. I don't know. You got a chance to see MakerDAO do what it did and how well it did. It did, even sharing how well it did. It did really, really well. And they're revamping their tokens to come out to change the game again. You would think that the people from Ripple X are paying attention to that. It's the community that will drive and help spread and bring attention to the XRPL. Reward them first. Not one institution with a bunch of TVL. I don't understand why people keep thinking that's the answer. An institution with a bunch of TVL. I don't understand. Unless it's BlackRock, what kind of TVL you bringing? I don't understand that. So anyway, we'll see if Ripple takes the MakerDAO approach, or are they going to keep all that stuff to themselves? It's going to be interesting. It really, really is. Eddie says we need a DAO to govern the XRPL without question. I say it on my channel. I don't know how many times. The big era in the XRP history is when Schwartz, and Thomas decided, okay, I'm going to get some shares. Oh, okay, I'm going to get a regular salary. Okay, I'll take shares in a regular salary. Oh, okay, I don't have to be responsible for, having to come out of pocket to build something. You see what I'm saying? That decision, I call it the law firm Schwartz, and Thomas. They made that decision. I don't know, Jed. I guess Jed. I think Jed was like, so this is me just thinking out loud. I think Jed was like, so we're not gonna do like a nonprofit. We're not gonna do some kind of DAO foundation. We're gonna do like the corporate thing. Oh, yeah, I'm out. That's what I think happened with Jed. I don't know. I wasn't there, but the dude bolted, right? That's what I think happened. That's just my personal. Yeah, again, I wasn't there. I don't know, but that's what I think, Jed. Because didn't he immediately set up? Wasn't that foundation again? I don't know, but wasn't that foundation over at Stellar like in the beginning days? Feels like it. Now, can I fault some young 20-something-year-old? No, David, obviously not, but some young people like, okay, shares and regular daily, weekly income. I can't fault them for that, but I do think there's a reason why the Schwartz and the Schwartz and the Thomas aren't there. But anyway, there that is there. Just throwing that out. Oh, Crypto Editor says exactly. Yeah. So Bubba, what's that? Is that Baba Papa? What's going on, Baba Papa? Hey, Siege, good evening from England. Yeah, appreciate you checking in, bro. I know you're winning. I know you're winning when you are the influencer's influencer. Indeed. All right, so let's go over some of this Crypto X stuff. Again, the tokenizer thing, I don't know. I just wish that the XRP holder would get a better sense of their value instead of relying on a company to give them value. I just wish they would switch that up. Recognize their own value. Jim Ricker says gold hits it all time, is at a new all-time high over $2,500 per ounce. That says very little about gold and everything about the dollar. It means the dollar is at an all-time low when a non-debt metric is used. Cross rates tell you nothing intrinsic. Gold tells you everything you need to know. And before I forget, Alina, I'm going to share my daily Great Taking, a little excerpt from the Great Taking. Before I forget, this is the Great Taking. Highly recommend anyone who wants to level up and protect their assets and be in assets that they can protect, be in assets that you can protect. Highly recommend you go download the PDF from thegreattaking.com. It's free to download. It's the whole book in PDF form. And if you want to order the physical copy, you can do at lulu.com. It's all there. Let me read this real quick. The Hague Convention on the law applicable to certain rights in respect of securities held with an intermediary. People at Coinbase have security accounts and don't know it. Now, it might be just Coinbase Vault people, but they don't know they have a securities account, and they don't know that Coinbase is merely an intermediary. They don't know, but it is in the user agreement. Baba Papa. It's in the user agreement. All right. Was drafted in 2002 and signed in 2006. It is an international multilateral treaty intended to remove global legal uncertainties for cross-border securities transaction. This is in the Uniform Commercial Code, Articles 8 and 9. The convention introduced a newly invented conflict of laws rule to be applied to security transactions, because your stuff that you don't hold has been deemed and changed from financial assets to security accounts, and you become a beneficial holder slant entitlement holder, beneficial owner slant entitlement holder, which is a completely different thing than having property rights for said assets. So the convention introduced a newly invented conflict of laws rule to be applied to securities transaction, especially collateral transactions, namely the place of the relevant intermediary approach. Coinbase is a securities intermediary. A lot of people don't know. I bet you Uphold is as well. This was designed to avoid problematic natural law, which might allow owners, think about this, which might allow owners to recover their assets taken by a creditor as collateral. They put a law in there to prevent the original owners from taking back their collateral. By setting the place of law in the account agreement, in the accounts agreement, this is what we read the other day with intermediaries. This is what we read the other day, right? Went over here to the Coinbase user agreement. And again, Jungle, I don't know if this is anybody who has an account on Coinbase, or is it just the Coinbase Vault people? By the way, Coinbase has over 500,000 Bitcoin, 500,000. And all those people with that Bitcoin over there do not know that this is in place. They don't know that this is in place. All right, let me see if I can find it. There's the hosted wallet and custodial services. That's awesome. Supported digital assets is awesome. Digital asset custody and title. This is under digital asset custody and title. There it is right here. All right. Title to support it. This is a little thing that they should be teaching people, but they don't teach people when they're reading user agreements. Title to support a digital asset shall at times remain with you and shall not transfer to Coinbase. Doesn't that sound great? That's exciting. Like, okay, all right, yeah. Then you keep reading. It says, all interest in digital assets we hold for digital asset wallets are held for customers, are not property of Coinbase. You're thinking, oh, man, we're good. Look, Siege, look, that's what it says. We're good, right? Are not property of Coinbase and are not subject to claims of Coinbase's creditors. You see that? It says it's not subject to claims of Coinbase creditors. What's the challenge with this? The challenge with this, just like with all user agreements, just like what happened to me with Celsius, Celsius did it in the most sneaky way. Like you couldn't access your account where your assets were held unless you agreed to this new revised edition. In other words, you had to agree to it to get access to it. That should have been the alarm for everybody. You had to agree that these assets are no longer, it didn't say that. It just said it's a new revised user agreement. If you want to continue logging in, check in, you agree with these things. That's what Celsius did. I'm sure recommended to them by their lawyers. But anyway, I mean, you're thinking, you read this and you say, and are not subject to the claims of Coinbase creditors, you think life is great. As owner of the supported digital assets in your digital asset wallet, you shall bear all risk, right? We know that. Coinbase shall have no liability for supported. We know that. None of the digital assets in digital asset wallet are the property of or shall be loaned to Coinbase. You're thinking, man, this is great. Life is wonderful. But you have to keep reading. What's the challenge with this? Jungle? Most people don't keep reading. Coinbase does not represent or treat assets and uses digital assets as belonging to Coinbase. Coinbase may not grant a security interest in the supported digital assets held in your digital asset wallet. Coinbase can't do it. It just says Coinbase may not grant a security interest in the supported digital assets held in your digital asset wallet. Everyone's thinking, I got Bitcoin. When did I end up with securities? Everybody's thinking, I got Bitcoin. When did I end up with freaking securities? Well, so you read that, and then right after you're feeling all wonderful and great, and if you're blessed to continue to read on, is there exception to the law, except as required by law, or except as provided herein? Right? You're thinking, okay, cool. except as required by law or except as provided herein. What does that mean? That means there's an exception to what everything they just said, and it is in law form. It's legal. And then it says, or except that as provided herein. What does that mean? You got to keep reading. Application of the Uniform Commercial Code. All, see, you see ownership, and you see except as provided herein and except required by law, and you get to the period, you think it's good. You think in this here doesn't apply to ownership. Who knows and understands what a Uniform Commercial Code is? You think you just read this whole part and you're good. You think you read it under ownership and you think, okay, good, everything's great. That's the hook. That's what lawyers do. Lawyers write the stuff up. Application of the Uniform Commercial Code. All supported digital assets credited to the digital asset wallet will be treated as financial assets under Division 8 of the California Uniform Commercial Code, which is just the state's representation of the same code. It's a Uniform Commercial Code. Division 8, it says here, think about this. It says Coinbase is a securities intermediary. A securities intermediary. This is just the law, the prima. Collateral, financial assets put in a collateral pool by setting the place of law in the account agreement with intermediaries. That's what you got at Coinbase when you got this digital wallet, asset wallet thing, right? It says Coinbase is a securities intermediary as used in Division 8 with respect to the supported digital assets, and your digital asset wallet is a securities account. Now, I came across this, Eddie, because Coinbase was doing a little program, doing a little thing. It's like it's all in their thing. I mean, it's all in their thing, right? It's all in their thing. It's all over their page. Verify your wallet. I mean, some great things. If you do the verify your wallet thing with them, it's great. I mean, they're promoting. It's called Verify on Chain, right? I mean, you look at it like, oh, awesome. Save me some time. I don't have to keep verifying my wallets, right? By the way, everyone ever think about why Coinbase is hooked up with the Department of Justice and the FBI, right? Like this is a big time promo, on-chain verification, on-chain verify, right? You're thinking, oh man, you know, share me some time. I don't have to keep putting wallet addresses in. I can go to a new spot. I can go to a no spot. I can go to a new spot without having to verify, right? You think it's a good thing. Unlock on-chain experiences, use any wallet, keep your privacy. You're thinking life is great. Am I sharing this? I'm not sharing it. Why am I not sharing? Why am I not sharing? Let's go back. Let's go back to that. I forgot to share that. Let me share that. Let's go back. Right, on-chain verify. You think Coinbase, you know, Coinbase, I mean, it's the chosen one, by the way. Coinbase is the chosen one because BlackRock chose them. So there's a chosen one. Think about the assets that that BlackRock has. Ask their customers if they can hold their product. Like, ask their customers, BlackRock customers, if they can hold their product in their hand. Syndicate. Verify your wallet to unlock on-chain experiences. Get verified amazing experiences. You'll get special perks like free transactions on Base. Use any wallet. Keep your privacy. This is their promotion for verifying your wallet. Get verified. Choose a wallet. I'm going to use my MetaMask test wallet for Flare. I'll use that. They got a couple of boxes you got to check here, Jungle. if you want to verify this wallet. Again, I believe it is every digital asset wallet is going to fall under this uniform commercial code. I believe that, but it might be just Vault people. Uniform commercial code might be just the Vault people. A lot of people use the Vault because it's Coinbase. Anyway, you have a verified Coinbase trading account. Check, got one of those. Your country of residence. Check. And then you keep going down here. You got to agree and verify, not just verify. You got to agree to a thing. And the thing that you got to agree to is the thing that I just read you. That your financial assets are securities, are held in a securities account, and that Coinbase is merely an intermediary. Massively important. If you read and understand what the Uniform Commercial Code Articles 8 and 9 state, it would shock you that you don't own that stuff, that it's all put into a pool. And in an event of a systemic event or an insolvency, and Coinbase doesn't have to go insolvent. Coinbase has what they call secured creditors. Those secured creditors, guess what they have also? Secured creditors. And it just keeps going up and up until there's this elect group of secured creditors, most likely JP Morgan and a couple others. In the event of a systemic risk, they can take your collateral, your assets. Owners to recover their assets by a creditor as collateral by setting the place of law in the accounts, agreements, intermediaries. One of the people most involved is James Rogers. That's awesome. Very few people were involved in the drafting of the 1994 revisions to Articles 8 and 9 of the UCC. They hired professors with a legal background to change the rule in 1994 from property rights to this entitlement and beneficial ownership. Highly recommend you guys check that out. Highly recommend you check that out. Now, a lot of people say, well, I'm in crypto. I don't leave my stuff on there. Coinbase has over 500,000 Bitcoin in them vaults. 500,000. So here's the quote. I mean, there's already thousands of developers building projects, but to really see that flywheel pick up more momentum, you need to have high quality assets. That's the quote from Monica Long and David Schwartzen on BlockStars. Yeah. Yep. Trump is saying crypto can pay off the debt. Yeah. Yeah. I heard. What's going on, More Monkey Business? How are you, bro? But anyway, I just wanted to kind of share my daily excerpt from thegreattaken.com. Hopefully it'll bring attention. People begin to ask more questions, delve deep into it. You can YouTube David Rogers Webb on YouTube if you prefer to watch videos. You can see the interviews explaining this. It's important to know because the property rights, what we're accustomed to, having individual property rights, has been taken away. Over a period of decades, it's been taken away. Started in 1994. Sorry, so let's go over some more stuff. This is what we say. We kind of adopted Lynette Zhang's mantra: if you can't hold it, you don't own it. Meta Lawman was sharing some good stuff from John Deaton. John Deaton's killing the game, by the way, fam. He's killing the game. There's one sure way to, Meta Lawman said, this is James Murphy. There is one surefire way to force a reset of crypto policy in the US. Force a reset of the crypto policy. Replace Elizabeth Warner with John Deaton on November the 5th. The defeat of the queen of anti-crypto policy in the deepest of blue states will send a message that is loud, clear, and unmistakable. One guy says here, I will be attending the Senate debate and straw poll registration on the 6th of August. And I got a call from him yesterday, John Deaton, not a recording. He wasn't rushing the conversation. He called to say thank you for the RSVP. But I'm the one who is thankful he is running and will do anything to help him win. He's a genuine person who wants to improve the lives of his constituents. He is for the people and not the corporations and big banks like his opponent. I can get behind that 100%. Deaton is killing the game. Crypto Eddie shared this. I think this is massively important. It says privacy. Working alongside Ripple, Danny Verladell has developed a ZK bridge for the XRP ledger, which integrates ZK Snarks. ZK Snarks are a zero-proof, knowledge succinct, and non-interactive. It's nice. You can let people know who you are without having to share, who your mom, your pa, your dad, your grandma, last time you went to the gym, that kind of stuff. New 2024 update says here, Snark Fold. This integration can lead to enhanced privacy in DeFi applications by verifying transactions without exposing user data. That would be probably the wallets as well, right? This ZK bridge implementation is particularly significant as it brings advanced cryptographic proofs to a blockchain that doesn't support smart contracts like the XRPL. Let's take a listen real quick. Thank you, Eddie, for sharing it.
Good afternoon. I'm Danny Villarday, and I'm working alongside Ripple on the XRPL ZK bridge proposal and implementation. So the basic ZK bridge structure presented in the paper last year. It has mainly two components: the sender side and the receiving side of the chain. When it comes to the sender side, we have to generate a snark that proves the validation, like the lifetime verification. And then that's received on the updater contract. What problem do we have here? XRPL has no contracts. So how do we solve that? By treating header updates, the job that the smart contract does, as a transaction. So you'd have that as part of the consensus protocol, and the validators do the verification of the ZK proof. So yeah, that's on the receiving side. And then what we've been working on these past weeks is on the sender side. We've been implementing the Snark for verification of 35 SegP to 56 K1 signatures, which is a bit of a problem because it's not ZKP friendly. But we've by using a recent paper called Snarkfold, we've been able to achieve really good results with a 10-second proof generation time, negligible holding time, and constant proof size and verification time. So thank you very much for that.
Nice, interesting. This is a pretty big deal. Guys in like a little room here, sharing with a couple of people, but that's a big deal. And shout out for them for wanting to take advantage of the technology, ZK technology, because it is awesome technology, and it'll be great to see it on the XRPL. So Caitlin Long put this out. This is interesting. Caitlin Long is on the inside of what's really going on at the Feds. Oh, I forgot to mention, don't sleep on the Bank of England. They're kind of really the ones behind all of that great taking stuff. I found out today that the Fed is trying to wormhole a powerful Fed official who's Bitcoin and crypto curious. They're trying to wormhole him or her. I will not be wormholed. And I'm grateful to Elon and Nostra. That's a Bitcoin thing they got going on there for their protection. We're in one hell of a fight for financial free speech in the US now. Financial free speech is great. NOSTR is very, very interesting. I looked at it. The innovation going over there, people like over Bitcoin, like people they just have no idea all the innovation that's going around the blockchain, around wallets, around mining. The innovation around mining is absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Don't be fooled. Elon Musk got 7 reasons for why he's voting for Donald Trump. which is interesting to me because Elon voting for Trump is not about Bitcoin. It's just not, right? Elon Musk was astounded when Trump fist pumped and shouted fight shortly after getting shot in the face. You can't feign bravery in a situation like that, he said. Musk seeks a leader who is strong and courageous to represent the country. I believe that Trump had the same strengths, but he had no clue what he was going up against. Like none. How could you know if you're not in? You can't know what's going on in the kitchen if you're not in the kitchen. And I believe this go around, he's better prepared and he's more suited to do the things that he's wanted to do. I mean, 4 years to figure some stuff out, team and strategy, and figure things out. I think we're going to see a better version. So he wants someone tough to deal with world leaders who are pretty tough themselves. Okay, has trouble climbing the flight. I don't want to share that. Musk wants a secure border. We don't have secure borders. He wants someone who can deliver safe and clean cities. I got to tell you, when I saw that receipt, the EBT receipt, did y'all see this EBT receipt from an illegal alien person? Did you see the EBT receipt? It was a receipt. So she used the EBT groceries and then left the receipt, showed the balances. Did you guys see that? I'm gonna read this and I'll show it. All right. Musk thinks Trump is better candidate to reduce spending. I don't think so. He's concerned about this issue because we're currently spending at a rate that is bankrupting the country. Trump spent tons last time, but who knows? Maybe it'll be a better version. Musk aligns with Trump's vision to cut bureaucratic bloat. He wants someone who will reduce the size of the government. Pretty, yes. All right. So that's awesome. So I'm going to share this little thing I shared. Alarming. And I told Miss Crypto Eddie, I said, you know, it's so funny that I'm seeing this today because 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was at our, just kind of at our local grocery store. It was just at a local, just a regular grocery store on a normal, I don't know if it was the weekend or the weekday. I don't remember. At a normal grocery store. And here's what I noticed. You know how they have the 15 items or less, or in the 10 item or less aisles? It's in the the self-checkout stuff. They'll have a 15 items. You don't self-check out, but you can only put 15 items. Then they got a self-checkout, usually 15 items or less, or maybe 10 items or less. And when I was in the grocery store, I was just picking up a couple of things, fruit and veggies. And I'm walking around and I just noticed that the aisles for more than 15 items, regular aisles, were just about empty. And the aisles for 15 items or less, or the self-checkout 10 items or less, there were lines, like lines for that. And I noticed, while, trying to find frozen veggies, I noticed there was a couple of people with their carts completely full to the tilt and underneath. And I was thinking to myself, how is it that these two people got their carts overflowing? And 98, 99% of the people were in the fast checkout items for 15 items or less. And so this is a fact. This is what I observed. And I observed it 2 separate times. Observation, just observing some stuff. Right? I'm like, how is that? And I'm thinking to myself, how is that possible? Like, what? How? How is it that these two people are the only two people? I mean, I got a little red basket. I got two things I'm putting in it. Two things I'm putting in it. Anyway, so I've seen this a couple of times now. It says an illegal migrant from Venezuela left her receipt at the grocery store. So the cashier took a photo. Left at the grocery store. The cashier took a photo. The EBT food stamp balance is $13,401. And the cash balance was $4,498. Yet millions of Americans can't afford groceries, gas, and rent. That, my friends, is alarming. Does President Trump really represent that big and massive change that they're doing everything? And by the way, I just saw what do you want to call that? Protesting in DC. Protesting in DC. I just saw a video of that. Protesting. Illegal citizens were protesting for the right to vote. I don't know. I don't know how you explain that. I'm sure it's nothing. Protesting with signs and shirts. They all got shirts. Protesting for their right to vote as illegal citizens. Times are changing. So Grant Cardone put this out, then I'm going to get back to the chat here real quick. Devastating stock market plunge of 50% is coming. I made this prediction on our earnings in May to 15,000 investors, and Benzinga covered it. Financial news. Okay, cool. Markets have since erased $3 trillion. We have moved $500 million from high yield money markets and retirement accounts to invest in apartments in Florida. That's what they're doing. Cardone Capital is doing some stuff. But he predicted that 50% stock market plunge is coming. So we'll see. Get to the chat. So this is Saturday vibes. That's why I'm covering all this other kind of interesting stuff. This is Saturday vibe. Chris Miles, what's going on, my guy? All right, what we got? You guys got a little back and forth going on. I love that. Not your Crete. Baba Papa says, not your keys and all that. That's exactly right. If you can't hold it, you don't own it. Just remember, property rights have been massaged away. More Monkey Business says you can have all the keys you need, but it's not just software. Yeah, true. But it's better than the alternative. You know, a lot of people think that I'm down on I Trust Capital and Link2 and stuff like that. No, I'm not. They're just part of the traditional financial system. I promise you that they don't know, because I found this out on video, that many firms, financial firms, and many lawyers don't know about the changes made to property rights and the Uniform Commercial Code Articles 8 and 9. But like, they don't know. I'm going to tag Coinbase attorney general counsel and see if he can explain how it is. Now, I know Coinbase is a little brokerage thing, right? They kind of technically like a little brokerage thing. But as a crypto holder, we didn't know our accounts became financial assets, and we had from crypto to financial assets, and that we now have, or they now have, a securities account. They don't know that. State legislators don't know this about the Great Taking, just to let you know. They're completely unaware of it. That's why 2 states look to change it. Question. Chris Mouse says, question. If you have a cold wallet, is your crypto your wallet? Yes. if you have a secure enough one. It does. Now, here's the thing that I want to say. It's your stuff in terms of the Uniform Commercial Code is not going to cover this. Now, you keep noticing, though, that they keep trying to change self-custody. You got to get that. So the thing is, if you take your crypto and you place it in that securities account and securities intermediary environment, like, for example, you let me know. I Trust Capital, it's got a little self-directed IRA thing. Are you holding that crypto that you're buying there? Are you holding that in cold storage? Anybody know? I'm going to say this. I don't think so. But what is being done over there? What's being done is a promotion of a custodian holding that stuff. Any bigger crypto custodian than Coinbase? I'm wondering. And if Coinbase has that in their user agreement, most likely, again, what do you think iTrust is? They're an intermediary. See or no? They're an intermediary. They didn't start a business to hurt people. They don't know what's going on. And by the way, this is not conspiracy theory stuff. This is in the law, in the Uniform Commercial Code law. It's in there. If you got access to an attorney, you can ask them to explain the Uniform Commercial Code Articles 8 and 9 to you. And ask them to send you it. And you'll see it. This is a law. This is a real deal. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see. Lots of back and forth. I love it. Elena says, Chris, I was going to ask the same thing. So yeah, right. It's when you, right. So cold storage is definitely better, but when you place your asset in this securities account and securities intermediary environment under the guise of, well, it's just so difficult. It's just, it's just so hard to, numbers and keys. Like, people don't think that self-custody technology is going to evolve like all other technologies. I get it. No one wants to be writing down seed phrases and passphrases. I get it. People every day wake up and put their money in a bank and lose their control of their money every day. Saying that it can happen in Argentina, but it can't happen to us. It can happen in Lebanon, but it can't happen to us. They keep doing that. Chris Miles says, okay, got it. Thanks. I use Elipal, not hot. Uses Elipal is nice. Elipal Titan is nice. Ms. C 888 says, yeah, I saw that mess, and I'm an American senior, and I can't get squat. $14,000 in food stamps? And then we got protesting from these same illegal migrants saying they have a right to vote. Taxpayers are getting bent over and not even a kiss. Yeah. Crypto Eddie says link to, oh, please. Yeah. I mean, it's like the hoodwink is tax free. It's just tax-free. Nothing better than crypto. The only thing better than crypto is tax-free crypto. All right, Elena. Elena says, I'm off to work. Have a great one. And thank you. You're welcome, my friend. Broke rage. That's what brokerage stands for. Chris Miles says, I agree on holding custody. Broke rage, right? It is what it is. And people get on me because they think I'm getting on Link 2. I'm not getting on Link 2 or I Trust Capital. I'm not getting on them. I was getting on the people promoting that more than they promote the XRPL. And this is before I found out about the great taking. Once you see it, you can't not see it. Chris Miles says, so hard to take responsibility and accountability. Yeah, remember back in the olden days when it was taking responsibility and accountability for your own stuff. They got us to get more and more comfortable with delving out responsibility and delving out accountability to other people. That's what's happened in this country, as far as I'm concerned. Like, why do you think they keep trying to sneak in this self-custody thing at every turn in every bill? They keep trying to sneak it in. Why do you think? They want to be able to put it in a situation where it goes from digital assets to financial assets. Going from the digital asset to the financial asset puts it under the Uniform Commercial Code, Articles 8 and 9. Why would Coinbase have that? And I promise you, if you check under the user agreement, I bet you Uphold has the same thing. And this is why they keep attacking these exchanges and trying to put them under that securities model. Right? Because that's the main issue. And that's a legal thing. And who's going to, and we just saw a few banks. Now we got the Japan thing going on with the yen. Who knows when this systemic event is going to come? Oh, by the way, plan B is 100%. It's Bitcoin and dollarization. That's their plan B. Bitcoin and dollarization is their plan B. Just pay attention to the Basel III. Pay attention to what they're going to happen. If these little banks are going to hold a certain crypto, these few banks, it's going to be a dollar requirement, little dollar requirement. And then there's going to be a company called Zappo is going to be providing the service to these few little banks to meet that dollar requirement. Like, did the DOJ and whoever it is just walk into Tether, why not do what they did with Binance? They walked into the doors of Binance. Why didn't they do why is Tether still roaming around? Why? Because they're like the 17th or 18th largest purchaser of treasuries. Right, that's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan B. Now, I'm not opposed to the plan B because if the plan B does allow for a system of ridding this country of the debt, I'm good with that. Because Bitcoin in the digital asset space is going to continue to do its thing. More Monkey Business says, how can you be financially free if you leave your money in the bank? Alex G's in the building. The Blue Rancher is here. Indeed. How can you? Haven't we seen enough videos or had enough personal experience where we deposit our money in, then we try to get our money out, can't get it out? Haven't we had enough of those? So Kabisi put out another one saying the current situation. Let me show this. It's Kabisi. And then I'm going to share a couple of my guys with you. We say that we want to get outside of the XRP and XRPL bubble, stick our heads out, take a look around, see what else is going on to gain better perspectives. The Kabisi. Current situation, stocks are falling like we are ending a recession. Gold prices are falling like nothing is wrong. Is it? Bonds are rising like rate cuts are on the way. Oil prices are rising like rate cuts got canceled. Crypto is falling like we're in a bear market. Housing prices are rising like we are in a bull market. Nothing adds up. All right, so let me share when Banana Zone from our guy, Raul Paul. I think we're blessed because we're in the right space. And I just think that people, if we can get away from crypto to asset holders, I think maybe we'll make better decisions. But we are in the business of purchasing assets, valuable assets that we can long-term hold, that we can leverage in terms of the 3 to 5, 20, and 50 X's to help create financial freedom and overall freedom. But it is by way of accumulating assets and understand that the further we go down from Bitcoin, the further we go down the risk curve. And then we plan accordingly. And then we get into the business of portfolio strategy. Right? Once we get that, we get those things in place, we can accumulate assets, because I really believe we're going to have a magnificent 7 in crypto. I really, really do believe that. Just like we have a Mag 7 in the traditional financial, I believe we're going to have it in the digital asset space. I think there's 1 to 2 players right now. We can go Mag 7. I don't want to know. I don't have to rationalize why. I don't have to think it's fair. I just have to understand that it is. And it's probably Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's probably Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the reason why I say that is because this is what BlackRock is saying. And I believe BlackRock is the fourth branch of the government. And I believe kind of what they say kind of goes. Doesn't mean it's best for everyone. But if we understand the game, we can take advantage of the game that they're playing. But we got to know the game that we're in. So Raul Paul put this out. When do you think the Banana Zone starts? Take a listen.
So where are we in markets right now? We're just in the boring zone. Boring zone is that post-halving transition from crypto spring to crypto summer, where everything just chops around for a bit. Those of you who are over trading, which is most of you fuckers, get chopped around. Oh, this is the worst thing ever. The market's gone down and then it's gone back up and I want to chase this and I want to chase that. And oh my God, stop it. Get some help. Keep trying to explain the don't fuck this up thesis is to not do that. It's just that only major tokens. You've got some stuff in speculative stuff. Just stop trading. Because over time, because the adoption effects of the technology will do well. So the boring zone finishes at some point, and then we transition to the banana zone, which is the full crypto summer and crypto fall. And I would like you guys in the comments section to tell me, when do you think the banana zone starts? I kind of think we actually started. So I would say it really starts becoming obvious in the next couple of weeks.
It's Raul Paul. Dropping the dimes, dropping the knowledge. Tokenizer did this thing about tokenization of tokenizing treasuries. So, he had 2 of them. Didn't I get 2? Let's see. Yeah. Ripple tokenizing U.S. Treasuries onto the XRP ledger is a huge step forward. Back in 21, the SEC accused them of selling unregistered securities. Last year, courts ruled that XRP is not a security. Now they're tokenizing U.S. Department of Treasury backed registered security. And I made a comment, which thus far are for accredited investors and institutions. The active wallet counts are in decline. What is RippleX Dev planning to, what is RippleX plan to combat this? All XRP holders may consider this question. That's where I am. All right, that's that there. John Deaton put this out. I'm truly grateful for everyone who supports me, including the great people I link to like Nick, Mr. B, and Joseph and Denzel, and so many others. Regular people and entrepreneurs have been fighting side by side for regulatory clarity and a level playing field for a very long time. I will never stop fighting for what's right and for a truly fair and free market economy that does not include working people. I will go to the Senate and either abolish or greatly modify the accredited investor rule, which currently excludes 82% of the American people. It's an absolute disgrace that you can risk your life serving in the United States Armed Forces, but you're not allowed to invest in private equity. We ultimately hold the power. It's just a matter now, are we going to recognize the power that we hold as XRP holders, as citizens, or are we going to just say, well, you know, if we speak up, they'll just try to do this to us. They'll try to do that. Or are we really, truly going to become patriots? If you get a shot, if you get a chance, highly recommend you watch this video. It'll give you a really, really good understanding of how the game is played. And ultimately, Chris Miles, that's what it's about. Understanding the game. Now, understanding the game means it gives you an opportunity to change the game, change the rules of the game, if they're not cool. But you can't do that unless you understand what the rules or what the game is. Right? So definitely check that channel out. Definitely check out that dude. Let's see if I can find my Gary Cardone recent interview. I probably should just search Gary Cardone. Here's one of my guys that I check out to get a different perspective. I think it's important. And he just put some stuff out here. Oh, okay. Where's the one that I went through already? Let's go to his channel. I don't know if he does that as a live or as a video. I don't know. Let's see. This is worth some checking out for sure. Yeah, here it is. Does she need to go in the room or something? Does she mom need to go to the room? I can just turn the camera.
I just quickly looked up.
And again, I'm sharing this because, you know, I had some, you know, a little, you know, epiphany that perhaps, you know, one of the levels of perspective that I should gain is from people that were hugely successful, you know, net worth 50 million, net worth 100 million, net worth 500 million, hugely successful before they got into crypto. And what are they saying? And how are they thinking? And what are they doing? Gary Cardone is one of those 9-figure dudes who is, you know, he's on the Bitcoin thing right now.
Trump, Bitcoin, and even Forbes even says Trump sparks talks of Bitcoin as a strategic.
83 to 86% of his liquid net worth in Bitcoin.
Reserve asset.
I think he did more than spark it. Okay. I think he said he's going to hold it. So if you hold it, you got to hold it.
I don't think the Bitcoin crowd understands how monumental that speech was because it wasn't just Bitcoiners listening. Right? Like you have many people.
Remember at the airport, we heard this, hey, he went off topic. He could have done it in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It needs to be single purpose. I'm like, I don't think you understand who was there. Okay. Like, first off, I don't think most of the hardcore Bitcoiners are going to vote for Trump. So if I was advising them, like, dude, don't even talk to them. I would speak to them about freedom and nothing else, and talk to them about how you yourself are being entrapped. And that you know that. He does know that. Like, he looked at me and said, you know, you're going to get, well, most certainly, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. I have a massive consolidated play here. And the reason I'm getting into politics is there's only one thing that can go wrong. Like, seriously, okay? And it's these crazy guys. So I don't want war. I don't want an EMP. I don't want another COVID-19, you know, and I don't know what any of these other people are going to do. But I saw a guy say that he was not going to sell the coins, that he's not going to have a CBDC on his watch, and that we can self-custody. Let's see, what else? Okay. And then he talked about war and immigration and taxes. And you guys are saying that's not important. I think it's really important.
You also talked about energy a lot.
Hey, they're teasing him because they said, hey, I'm going to drown you in electricity. Dude, he's actually thinking, hey, we are going to be leaders in AI also. And he actually.
Hold on one second. All right, there we are. I'll get back to that. Just some words and wisdom, I think, from Gary.
He has already drawn the link between Bitcoin and AI. He knows they're correlated. He's encouraging commerce. He's encouraging us leading the way and having low taxes on capital gains and being self-sufficient through energy and not being pushed around on this planet. So I just don't know what else we want. I didn't hear anyone else say that.
Yeah, I didn't agree with the comment. I thought Trump did fine, and also, like, you can't control the guy, so you have to go in with the right expectations. He's going to give his stump speech no matter what. He's never going to just talk about one thing. That's just not who he is. So to have any expectation that he
we need to remember,
like,
it was a broader audience than the people who bought a ticket in there. Okay, the world's going to see this.
Yeah.
The world is going to see this. Okay, the world is going to hear both Kennedy and Trump. This, dude, going against this is now a problem. Okay, like, because you've just had two people that have most of the vote go, hey, this is the right thing for America.
Yeah, I'm looking. I mean, his live stream of the debate, someone told me that day had over 400,000 people watching.
That's crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. That's my guy, Gary Cardone. For a different perspective, highly recommend you check it out. You know, highly recommend you check it out. Ronaldo Martin. What's going on, brother? Says, hey, buddy, new subscriber. Love the channel. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. And really happy you're live a little later in the day. This is my early morning. Glad to be here. Awesome. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here, brother. Guys, welcome Ronaldo to the channel. Welcome Ronaldo to the channel, Blue Ranchers. Where are you checking in from, Ronaldo? Baba Papa, what? Really? I created 50 sets of seed phrases on one ledger for future use. Should they do some kind of nefarious update? Oh, I hear you, my guy. 50. Oceanside, Cali. Oh, nice. Appreciate you checking it out from the West Coast, huh? Oceanside, California. Appreciate you being here, man. For sure. Look, Gary's, you know, again, different perspective because, you know, you got people in crypto, then you got the maxis of crypto. Those are different perspectives and they tend to be tilted, right? You know, you can listen to Tone Vea, Max Kaiser if you want, but are you getting a well-rounded opinion? Are you getting a well-versed opinion? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. So I tend to go outside of the bubble a little bit and just look for people who came into this spot with some wealth. Gary Cardone was one of those guys. Raul Paul was one of those guys. Dan Tapiero was another one of those guys. Anthony Scaramucci, another one. Just to get a better, well-rounded perspective of the digital asset space as a whole, because we're investors here. Some people seem to think that the XRP holders are beholden to Brad Garlinghouse or David Schwartz. It's not true. It's just not true. I'm hoping that they deliver on the promises, but it's not true. By the way, Flare Networks is killing the game. That Spaces, I only got to listen to like 5 minutes of that Spaces that Hugo did, talking about what is it? Layer Cake and their decision to shelve Layer Cake. And you could sense a little bit of frustration. It was borderlining animosity. But overall, I thought it was the best decision. I want to listen to that. Why did I keep forgetting what it's called? The recording of that Spaces. You know, should we do, Chris, should we do a little F testing of the F assets? I think we should do a little testing. Let's see. Let's get this wallet going. And I was able to mint for a little bit. Someone said that they couldn't mint just the other day, but we'll see if we can. Let's do that. Anybody want a 1, 2, 3 on how to provide liquidity on Flare Networks by way of SparkDex and Scepter or Scepter? Let me know. Let me know. I'll walk you through it. Redemption was successful. Awesome. All right. All right. Let's try and redeem some. I don't want to mint because, yeah, let's see. Let's go to 5. Just doing something every day. Shout out to people from Bifrost, man. They're changing the game, killing the game in what they're doing. No complaints about this wallet at all. Minting and redeeming, minting and redeeming. So let me see in the chat what's going on. Songbird would like to see. Okay. Oh, Chris Mouse said you would like to see the what I did with the Scepter and FLR and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah. I did a video on it. I did a walkthrough of it yesterday in a live stream. I did. All right, let's go. What's going on with this FSS? Redemption process is completed successfully. Let's see if I can mint. Nope, no agents. No agents. So I could mint some more, but you can get your test XRP here, which is cool. Then you can get your CFLR. If you want to get test XRP, you copy this address. Copy the address. Then you go here and you paste it. If you want to get some tests, CFLR, constant FLR, copy that address, and then you go there. Really nice, really smooth. I think they're looking to move off of Costin though, and to get on the Songbird, so we can have a better experience with this agents. That's the word on the street. That is the word on the street. Also, this is something here. They got a little thing you can do on Songbird. Have you tried this, Chris? The Paris Olympics are here, and to celebrate, one of our developer partners has used the data connected to build an Olympics predictions market game. Kind of like Poly Markets right now on Polygon. No money is at stake. Just connect your wallet to claim some OI coins. The DApp is built on Flare's Canary Network Songbird. So you will need a fraction of a cent's worth of Songbird in your wallet to pay for gas. There are prediction markets for basketball, football, field hockey. Which football are we talking? Which football are we talking? Field hockey, handball, volleyball, and water polo. Well, that looks like that's soccer then. Because it's Olympics, right? Make your prediction using the OI tokens you can mint each day for free. Once the match is complete, the DApp will use the data connected to provide decentralized proof of the final result. Oh, this will be great. Chris, this will be something great for you to check out for sure. Attestation providers will query multiple different sport results providers and arrive at a consensus on the result of the match. The prediction market smart contract can then trustlessly verify the winner of the match and allow the distribution of winning tokens. That's interesting. Let's see something here. Maybe I will. I already did my daily mint and redeem. Oh man, yeah, everything is absolutely wrapped. I don't know how much Songbird you would need to try that out. But that would probably be pretty cool to check out, huh? 2024 Olympics. That's interesting. What? Look at this. Women's group phase, Japan versus Belgium. What sport? Oh, basketball. Ah, field hockey, football, handball. How about that, Chris Miles? Did you know? Did you know? But how do I get the OI token? Oh, get OI tokens. The problem is, do I have MetaMask? Do I have Songbird on MetaMask? I don't think I have it. Not on this test wallet. I would have to go to a different browser. I don't want to do that. Oh, Flare Constant Testnet. Okay. Okay, that's right. It's claim 500 OI tokens. There it is. You got to have the constant testnet on here, which is, I don't have enough CFLR on your amount in your account. I don't have no CFLR. What the world? Hold on a second. All right, let's see why I don't have any CFLR in this account. That doesn't make any sense. Let's do this. Let's copy. Let's get some CFLR from over here. Where am I? Over here. Let's put that in there. All right. Now, hopefully I got some CFLR now. I can do this. Yeah. All right. Now let's see. Okay. Let's try and request again. Claim 500. You guys see what I did there? Got some CFLR tokens from the F asset. You can claim once a day. Okay, awesome. There it is there. Basketball. What about men's basketball? Okay, I see it. I see it. Men's group. Australia won. Germany won. Win. All right. Wait, these are all done. Let me do this again. Japan, women's, I don't know. Germany, women's. Oh, that's all I got. Now, how do we do this? Oh, you just pick the winner? All right, multiplier by 1.80, potential OI return. Multiply by 2. So you bet a certain amount of coins. Canada and Nigeria. Germany and the US. Oh, boy. I'll pick, so for women's, I don't know. I'm going to go to the United States women over here. So I'm going to take Canada, women's Canada. Ah, gosh. You know what? No, let's not do that. Let's take Canada. All right, so I'm betting. Confirm. Pretty cool, pretty cool. No. One token. One OI token. It's a little betting here. A little test betting. Now, how many people believe that this prediction market is going to be a real thing in the future? How many people think that's going to be a real thing in the future? Germany against US, I'm taking the US. It's women's, I'm still taking the US. I think the US lost already, but I'm going to take it anyway. And you can see the multiplier. The multiplier is higher for Germany, so they must be, the underdogs here. But I'm going to take US. I'm about half a token. Half a OI token. I don't know why I'm being stingy with my OI tokens. I think that's OI. Isn't that cool? Bets are in. Oh, I got to do France and Germany. That's women's. France and Australia. I'm going to go Australia. Well, they got France. I'm going to go Australia. Isn't that cool? ERC20 insufficient balance. What do you mean? Did I run out of tokens? No, it says 499. What's going on? Try again. Insufficient allowance. I don't know what that means. All right, it's canceled. I don't know what that means. Let's refresh this again and see. Oh, people betting some pool total 1,000. I don't know what I bet and haven't bet any longer. Maybe that's it. 0.3 mil multiplier, 0.18, 1 multiplier. Anyway, I placed some bets. Let's see if this works this time. All right, place some bets over there. We'll see what's good. Pool size is 1,000. I got to tell you, working kind of smooth. Working kind of smooth, Chris Miles. Working kind of smooth. Very cool, right? They got this going on. This is very, very cool. I love it. I absolutely love it because I don't have any FLR tokens, unfortunately. So I couldn't show you in real time because I used my FLRs in my last live stream. But pretty smooth, right? Again, a project initially coming out new, working kind of nice. And SparkDex, I got to tell you, very impressed with SparkDex. Very impressed, Chris, with SparkDex. I was really, really impressed with what they got going on. Very, very much impressed with what they got going on over there. All right, fam, there it is. I appreciate you guys checking in on a Saturday afternoon. I know you guys could be doing a whole tons of other stuff. Chris Miles, Ronaldo, new subscriber to the channel. I appreciate you checking in, my guy. More Monkey Business. Alex Jeet, the Blue Wrencher. I appreciate you being here. Baba Papa. Alina. I know Alina left, but appreciate you checking in. Crypto Eddie and Jungle Inc. checked in. How about that? Appreciate you guys being here. Miss C checked in. Appreciate you being here. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. I didn't. Yeah, Jungle Inc. and Crypto Eddie checked in. How about that? Blessed. We are blessed. All right, fam, there it is. Do me a favor, if you didn't hit that like button on the way in, no worries. Just collapse the chat and hit the like button on the way out. That'd be super, super cool if you can do that. We always like to have just as many as like as we got viewers in the stream. That would be awesome. And if you happen to be in that 45 to 50% of people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the Crypto Seeds and have not subscribed to the channel, if you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.